Hi again, crafters. It's Cynthia. I am finally back with a new video. So this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm calling it a FlossTube Extra because it definitely ties into cross-stitching and all of the lovely floss tubers out there. But anyway, I wanted to kind of give you a little bit of an update on me. As we all know, we have been struggling since early 2020 with a worldwide issue. And I'm not going to use the word. I have a feeling that my video could get flagged or something if I actually use some of the official terms. But let's just say that the world has gone a little bit crazy. We've had to deal with so many things on a worldwide scale, a national scale, and a personal scale. So that has been extremely challenging for many, many people. I know that we've all experienced, troubles and illnesses and sometimes losses. And it's just piled up a lot. And I guess I didn't really realize the full effect everything was going to have on me until it happened. So it was a lot rougher than I first would have guessed. And it took its toll. And I was already dealing with challenges. I was probably about in my early 20s when I was officially diagnosed with clinical depression. And so it had been in place ever since puberty. So really, I consider it around the age of 13 or so is when it started. And then to be officially diagnosed as a young adult. And then just, something I've had to deal with for pretty much most of my entire life. So, you do the best you can. There's good times and bad times. There's challenges that come with that. And then you develop habits and routines, and they're not always the healthiest choices. And self-care has always been a massive problem for me personally. And so, being a wife and a mother, your instinct is to care for others even more specifically and even more fervently. And so you just kind of lose yourself along the way. So that is definitely what happened with me. So I was experiencing health issues for quite some time, and I was ignoring them. And just dealing with them, the best way I could. And I had a lifetime's worth of experience just taking another burden on and carrying forward. That was my habit. That was my routine. That's what I was used to. And so I just thought, oh, here's something else that I can just take on and trudge through. But that was leading me down a bad road. So basically, my health reached a crisis this past summer. And it started out, it didn't start out, but it had reached a point where I was having trouble breathing. And the slightest even movement, I wasn't even exerting myself. The slightest bit of activity in any way, shape, or form, even walking, was causing me to become dangerously short of breath. So eventually we decided that I might be dealing with pneumonia. So when I called my doctor's office to make an appointment, they told me to go to the ER. And of course I fought them on that and was thinking, no, I just need to be seen. I want someone to listen to my chest. I want this and that. and then we'll see where it leads. But they insisted that if I were to come into the doctor's office, they would immediately send me to the ER. So why not just go there and stop messing around? So I did. Went to the ER and had some x-rays done. There was fluid in my lungs. Obviously I was in quite a bit of distress, and they got me settled in kind of I was in the ER, but I was sort of in a little private room. Very, very, very small little space, more like a walk-in closet, but that's fine, So I was there, and they said, we want to keep you, but we're going to wait for a room to open up because there were so many patients because of the worldwide illness that has been ravaging all of us. So all of the beds in the hospital were full. So I ended up staying in that little closet-sized room for 2 days. And then I was moved upstairs to basically the cardiac ward for an entire week. And so the good news is that I got all of the help that I needed. It turned out that my main issue was blood pressure, uncontrolled hypertension. Again, like I said, I had ignored it for a very long time, which was to my own detriment, unfortunately. My heart is fine except for the strain that it had been under for such a long time. And so there's some kind of restructuring that needs to happen on a healing level. And that's going to happen through time, diet, exercise, and medication. So this has been a life-changing event, and it's all for the best, believe me. I kind of consider my time in the hospital as, a personal and private miracle. It needed to happen. It did happen. And it was the catalyst that I needed for change for the better. So all of that being said, the one massive downside to all of it is a gigantic $59,000 hospital bill and continuing care costs that are averaging at least $1,000 a month, if not more. So I don't know. There's no way to pussyfoot around. There's no way to sugarcoat that. It's a fact. It is what it is. And that's the burden for the family now. So that entire story is bringing me to the point. I needed to kind of let you know what had been going on and the situation for me and my family. And we started up a GoFundMe account. And I'm going to have a link to the GoFundMe under this video. So down in the description, you will see that link. And obviously, if anybody would like to donate any amount, it does not have to be a lot. Obviously, any kind of assistance and help with that would be hugely appreciated and just such an amazing gift. And we would be obviously incredibly grateful for any assistance in that way. And then if anybody felt like they wanted to, they could put that link on their own social media accounts. They could put it on their Facebook account to let their friends know, or, Instagram or Twitter or anything you'd like. And of course, again, absolutely not something you need to do. But if you should happen to feel like doing that, again, that would kind of help bring more attention to the fundraiser. And obviously, the more people who know about it, the more potential opportunities for people to help out. And it'd just, it'd just be something that would be so incredibly helpful for us. So beyond that, I have, as you know, been a lifelong crafter. I started this this whole channel because of my love of crafting. And you've seen, all the videos I've posted so far and the videos, of course, that will be coming. And so the needle minders here that are going to be featured in this FlossTube Extra are another crafting pursuit of mine. I've actually worked with polymer clay for many, many years doing various things. This is the first time that I have made specifically needle minders, but I've worked with clay in, just little craft ways, and then of course jewelry making, and now this. But yeah, so this video I'm going to be offering all of these needle minders for sale. And again, any proceeds made from the sale of these needle minders is going to go towards the mountain of medical bills. Yay! So, the idea is to try to do something to help generate a little bit of extra income. And then this way you can be helping out our family with some extra financial support, but then you will be getting a needle minder, which hopefully you can use and enjoy. So whichever way you want to help out, if you'd like to, then these are some different options. But anyway, thank you all so very much for sitting and listening to this. I'm going to go into now all of the Needleminder showcases. So I will have all of the items that are available. You'll see an item number for each and every needle minder, and you'll see a size description and a price. And the price includes shipping. And so it's, free shipping. You pay for the needle minder and that's all you need to do. I will give instructions in the video about how to make your purchase. And currently I'm only going to be shipping to the US, which is unfortunate, but international shipping is extremely expensive. And I really don't think that for just a needle minder, I wouldn't imagine that somebody overseas would be willing to pay all of that shipping just for one small needle minder. So you can kind of see, obviously, if you are overseas and you are extremely interested in the needle minders, then go ahead and contact me. Maybe we can talk about it and come up with something that sounds reasonable to both of us. So I'm not inflexible on that, but it's just going to be a lot easier to try to keep the sales domestic and in the US. So anyway, sit back, relax, enjoy yourselves. I hope you like what you see, and I'll see you at the end of the video. All right, so here is the first one, and I actually have been using this one, but you can see that it's a really fun, unique pattern in there, and it's got a nice glossy finish. I'll shine it in the light for you so you can see, and obviously you can tell by the size of my hand, about the size of it. It's probably a 2-inch, 2 1/4 inch heart at the extreme, and then it just has a nice big magnet on the back, and then there's a smaller magnet that attaches it to your fabric, and then you can see it's just going to hold a couple of needles. And there is Owen. Owen, huh? You want to poke your head in? Huh? Your little non-profile? Oh, there you are. Anyway, he has to be a part of everything, so. But anyway, so that is number one. All right, we had Owen removed from the building. So, hang on just a second. Now, this one, well, I'll continue on. Sorry, I have this camera really crazily balanced, so it may come crashing down. Anyway, here is number 2. Sorry, that's just a little piece of fuzz. Anyway, here is number 2. And again, it's the same colors as the first one, but it's again a completely unique pattern. And the way that this style of clay is made guarantees that no two will ever come out the same. So if you see one that you really love, be sure to snap it up, because I'm never going to be able to repeat it. I can make more using the same or similar colors, but they're always going to be unique. So again, this one has the pretty glossy seal on it, and it's that 2 1/4 inch heart, which is a real nice size. And that's what it'll look like on your project. So anyway, this one is real pretty. This one has lots of reds in it. And there's something about these that make me think of poinsettias. So it is kind of seasonally appropriate. But there is that one. Very pretty. Now, some of this patterning might be a little too subtle to capture on camera. This one is lovely. This is my husband's favorite. This was just some scrap clay from making the others, and I marbled it and created a heart. And this one actually is real pretty on the back side as well. Now, some of these I have not attached the magnets yet, because you know, I don't have an unlimited supply of magnets. So I want to see, if you purchase one, then I will attach the magnet, let it dry for 24 to 48 hours, and then I will ship it off to you. So now, not all of these are heart-shaped, but quite a few are. So don't worry, you'll see some slightly different shapes coming up later. This one is really beautiful. Again, I just marbled some clay, and this one I put the gloss on the top, and I love the colors in here. It might be a little difficult to tell, but I did use the pearl clay, which just has a gorgeous, glittery, very fine mica powder to it. So you get this lovely sparkle. That one is pretty. And then again, similar, but this one has a lot more green in it. So if you like that beautiful rich green with the purple, this one is a good one. This one actually looks really pretty with my little sampler that I'm working on. And then this one, I actually left it with the satin finish. So if you didn't want that really reflective coating on it, then this one is a good choice. And again, you get that lovely little pearlized sheen from the pearl clay. And again, it's much more pronounced in person than it is here on my video. And again, that one looks very lovely against the fabric. This one turned out really neat. And it was funny because when I created it, these curves of pink were already in the pattern. And I was like, well, that lends itself perfectly to the heart shape. But this one is really, really pretty. And again, my husband says these are like Rorschach tests because you get to look at it and interpret the images that you see in it. But this one is really, really lovely. And I even like the little detail here at the bottom tip. Very, very pretty. But yeah, I could make a lot of these. And then with the scrap clay, well, this one kind of is a design, but it's mostly a scrap clay. So very pretty. And this one also has a blue pearlized clay along with those pretty colors. And then this one is definitely more of a scrap clay piece. There's no real pattern in it. It's mostly just kind of random marbled stripes, but very pretty. And by the way, both of those have a lovely hot pink background, or backside, I should say. Let me show you some more. Like this one's really fun, and hey, it's a different shape. It's a circle. This one is lovely though. This one has a gorgeous sheen to it with that that clear coating, and you can see the gorgeous marbling. And these colors came from a rose cane that I made, and I had a little chunk of rose left over, so I spread it out quite a bit and made a heart with that. And then this one is also one of my rose ends, and this one's a little more distorted, but you get that gorgeous kind of ombre coloring in the petals, which I really, really love. And then this one, again, I left with just a matte satin finish, but again, a gorgeous marbled blend of leftover clay. So I never throw away any bits of clay, because you just might make yourself something like this. Now again, these are going to be heart-shaped. So these also are all with the resin finish, but these are some roses and some leaves that I made. And I used a really beautiful sunshine yellow clay and also some coral. And I did a Skinner blend, so you get the beautiful transition from yellow to pink, and then edged with purple. So this one is really, really pretty. And then here are the purple roses. And again, I have my leaf cane in there that I edged in black and white. I just love the way these look. And then this last one is a combination of pink roses, yellow roses, and purple roses along with the leaf cane. And again, it has that shiny resin finish. And every time you see a shiny finish like this on one of them, it's a UV resin. And it has kind of an interesting feel to it. If you've ever used gel nail polish, that's a lot like the way it feels. So very pretty. And then this one is really fun. This is I've only made one of these, but I love it. So this beauty is, the background is just the satin finish matte, done in the pearl clay, and it has a really lovely wood grain finish to it, which I think you can see a tiny bit with the shadowing. And then I did 3 of my roses and 3 of my leaves, and then you can see that I glossed the floral spray, but the rest of it is matte. So this one is really, really pretty. And again, I'll just put a random needle on it because this one already has the magnet, but you can see how nicely it's going to hold your needle. But yeah, this one is definitely a personal favorite. And sorry, I keep shaking the camera. That's hard to avoid. So this one is a really lovely kind of ombre from a rosy red all the way into a bright pink. Very pretty. And then these flowers I made with the pearl clay, and then you can see that I brushed on this really beautiful iridescent powder, and then I added little yellow or gold beads, gold look beads. Of course it's not actual gold, but I put those in the center, and then I sealed it all together with the gloss finish so that you won't lose any parts or pieces. Very cute. I absolutely love making these blends. Whoops. And then here's one that's very eye-catching. This one, of course, I used a beautiful holographic glitter, and I sealed it completely in the gloss finish to help protect the glitter and keep it from shedding on anything. So this you can use without getting glitter on your fabric. And it has a nice magnet on the back. And then I did another pressed flower, and I used again some of that metallic powder to color it, put the little golden beads in the center, and then use some leaf cane. But yeah, this one is really lovely. And I do have quite a bit of this glitter, so I can definitely make more of these. So if someone snatches this up and you want one, I can definitely remake this one. So this one is a cane, a purple cane that I used with some pearl in the center. And then I rolled the cane in a magenta foil. And so that's that beautiful sparkle that you're seeing in there. So this one is really nice. And then of course I sealed it in the gloss so that that foil again is completely protected, and it won't tarnish, it won't fade, and it won't chip off. So you will have that beautiful sparkle forever. Now these have a pattern in the clay, and then I used more of the metallic powders to color it. This one is just really, really pretty. It's showing up quite royal blue, but it definitely shifts from bright royal blue to a very regal purple. So if you like those colors, this is a good choice. And then this one is another pattern, and this finish is, these are tough to describe because they do change color. So this one can look reddish, it can look pink, then it can look green if you tilt it at a real steep angle. So this one is really, really pretty and very unique. So if you're looking for something unusual, this is it for sure. And then this one is similar. This one has a lot more of a rosy cast. Sometimes it looks coppery, sometimes it looks rosy. And then when you really look at it at an angle, you get some of that green. But really, really unique and pretty. And again, sealed so that that beautiful coloring and sparkle isn't going to go away. And then the final one like that is this fun little kind of polka dot, just random bumps. And you can see that it's a very pretty purple color. And again, you get kind of a greenish, depending on how you turn it. Very unique. So these are a lot of fun. Ooh, that's kind of neat the way that shifted. That's a good way to look at it. Let me see if this one does the same thing. See, there's a way copper look. And then you turn it here and it's a lot rosier, a little bit green. So really unique. All right, are you still with me? Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, now going back to more canes that I made. This was a little swirled cane, and I cut little pieces and laid it down like mermaid scales or dragon scales. And it's real pretty. It goes from a purple to a mint to a black. It's really sweet. And then this one is the same, but it has silver foil added as well. So if you want some really nice, bright reflection, you get the pretty silver. And here's one that's a really unique petal cane that I made. And again, I kind of laid it out in a fish scale pattern. And this one is really, really fun. I don't know how close I can get and retain the detail, but you can see they call this a brush stroke style because of all those fine lines, but that's all done with layers of clay. And the darker color in here is a very rich, deep, kind of ultramarine blue with the orange and the golden yellow. And then, just to show you, here is, and actually I need to varnish this, but I'm just going to quick show you these are those leaf or petal, sorry, these are the petals from the petal cane, arranged in, of course, a floral shape. And you can see I added the little golden balls in the center, and I sealed them already with the varnish, which is why they're glossy. And then I need to finish sealing the flowers and the leaves. And then the background is a real fun little, you know, wood grain looking coloration. And then it might be difficult to tell, but there is a wood grain patterning on the face of this piece as well. It's a little more obvious in person. But anyway, so that one is really pretty. I really love that petal cane. And continuing on with the wood look pieces, here I have some real pretty little flowers. And these are perfect circles, by the way. But it's got that wood grain style background, the pretty little flowers with the gold centers. These are golden seed beads, so they're a little bigger. And then the little leaves, and the floral arrangement is glossy and the background is matte. So this is a style that I have multiple pieces in. So here's another one with a slightly different combination of clays for my wood look. And then again, the little flowers. And again, these were made with the golden seed beads. Very pretty. And that's kind of a mint green into a bubblegum pink. And then this one is a little marbled blossom. I had a real pretty little scrap of marbled clay, and I had just enough to punch out a couple of little flowers, and then I just made some simple leaves with green clay. And then the center here is actually one of my little tiny glass cabochons, so you can kind of see the dimension of it there. But again, it's thoroughly attached and sealed, so you shouldn't lose that piece. And this one is a slightly smaller oval. is the actual Needleminder. I'm sorry. I need to stay in frame, don't I? But yeah, I really like this one. So this is really cute if you wanted one that was, you know, maybe a little smaller, a little more subtle. And continuing on with flowers. Well, I'll finish this series. So this one is a real pretty, you know, colored flower. You can see the large flower in the center, and then I layered it with the smaller flower that has the metallic powder on it, and then again a dichroic cabochon in the center. And all of that has been glossed and is attached to the wood look background. And then I have a second one, which is extremely similar. But there you go. Very pretty. And then the first one I made in that style, I had a little piece of marbled purple clay left. So I punched out a flower and did another central flower with the metallic, and then a different dichroic cabochon in the center. And of course, there's your wood look background. Now this one is actually a piece of gold clay. So the whole thing has a real pretty pearlized kind of mica powder color to it with the gorgeous purple on top. But yeah, that one's really fun. And then the final one like that to show you is a different flower. And again, I just had a tiny scrap of blue marbled clay. So this time I layered it with two different flowers, graduated in size, and then a slightly larger dichroic cabochon in the center, and all of it on the wood look background. But yeah, this one is really sweet. And then these are my three final floral ones. And bless your heart for sitting through all of this. I appreciate it. But here is the last of that blue marble. And then again, I used my little roses and leaves. And this one is completely the matte finish. And I really kind of like it like that. Gives it just, you know, a slightly different look. Now, if you buy this one and request that I seal the flowers or seal the whole thing, I will definitely do that before I ship it to you. So that's not a problem. And then the final two floral looking ones, let me give that a buff. I have a soft yellow heart wood grain background. It has the wood grain patterning. Now the whole thing has been glossed, and you can see some beautiful purple flowers with the little golden centers and the cute little leaf cane. So that entire thing is sealed on the whole face. And then this one is a different shape. It's a cute little blossom shape. And I left it matte in the background, and I glossed the little flowers and leaves. And then in the center of these two are some little tiny Swarovski crystals. And they kind of have a, kind of a peacock coloration. It's very difficult to see it in the camera, but they flash, you know, a little bit different colors. But yeah. All right. Now this one is random, but I had a piece of a really beautiful ombre clay left over, and I wanted to use it because it was so luscious. So I just cut it this way, and then I added a strip of golden in the center and covered it in gloss. So see? Now this one, of course, is a little bit large, you know, but it's very pretty. It makes me think of a present, you know, like a little gift box of some sort. So that one's unique. I only have one like it. And like I said, it was only because I didn't want to waste that piece of clay. And then this is, sorry, let me buff it a little bit. This one is just a piece of some cane that I made. It's my first complex cane. I think it turned out pretty cute. And then I just kind of, you know, rolled it out a little bit to spread it to size. And then I just have it on a piece of black and gold marbled clay in the back. And the top has been glossed. And then I'll put a little magnet, you know, on the back. And this one might have a smaller magnet because the Needleminder itself is smaller. So there you go. But my small magnets are extremely strong. So if you get one with a small magnet, it's every bit as magnetic as the bigger ones. So now I'm going to move into, again, some of those patterned pieces. And this one has the prettiest finish. It's actually been sealed, but then I buffed it smooth. So it has this lovely satin sheen, you know, matte finish. But when you rub your finger over it, it is like glass. It is so smooth. But this one's fun. It looks like there's little butterflies in there. All done in white and shades of blue. Now I have more of those, but they're not ready yet. So this one is extremely unique, and I really like this one. This has an extremely botanical feel to it. It makes me think of like purple orchids. And it also has, this might be extremely difficult to capture. There's a little bit of reflection. There's a splash of it in the center. There's little tiny bits of mylar in some of this clay. And so you'll see just a few of those flecks in this piece. But yeah, really, really unique and definitely one of a kind. Again, with this type of patterning, every single one of them is going to be unique. But that one is just stunning. And again, it's a good size. I just, a lot of these, I just kind of cut them to straighten the edges, you know, and I just let it be as big as it wanted to be. Because this one was so beautiful, I didn't want to trim away too much. So anyway, there's that one. Now this one is really fun. This one, I see right here 2 beautiful green cat eyes in this pattern. But this one is another favorite, and I absolutely love the colors. It's got some of the ombre coral, the purple, the greens, and then accented with bright white. And this one is, again, just organically shaped into a soft rectangle and then a gloss finish. But yeah, really, really unique. And following along with a similar color scheme, look at this one. This one makes me think of a zebra in a jungle. A zebra in a tropical landscape. I don't know, but it's fun regardless. And again, gorgeous colors. And then whichever way you like to orient it, it'll be, you know, one direction is going to be more appealing to you than the other. So that's how you can put it on your fabric. But yes, so it is gloss sealed on the top and an organically shaped rectangle. This one is one of my all-time favorites. I really ought to keep this one, frankly. But yeah, this one again, the beautiful rich corals. And every time you see that coral, it's actually a pearlized clay. So it has like this fabulous sheen. And you get the purples and the greens and the black and white, and even little touches of a lovely peachy yellow. And then if you want to look at it from this angle, this one's a little more on the square side. And then I smoothed the corners. I try to make sure that there's no sharp corners, because of course you don't want to be catching anything on sharp corners. So I made sure to smooth them, sometimes file them if necessary, and then the gloss finish. But yeah, this one is definitely a favorite. And then this one's a little bit wild, but really, really fun and pretty. So again, all the same colors. I'm showing similar colored items all in a little group, just because. And again, the organic rectangle shape, sealed with the gloss. Now we're gonna switch to some different colors. This gray it's extremely subtle, but it's actually pewter clay, and so it has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's a metallic clay, but then this one is accented with a gorgeous blue and the black and white and touches of the coral. Whoops, excuse me. Hopefully I'm not making you all violently ill with my constant movements. But yeah, so that one's fun, very striking. And then here's another one. And again, whenever I see a pattern that I personally find interesting, I turn it into a needle minder. Sometimes you get a pattern, but it's either way too busy, or you don't like the look of it, or it gets real muddy. So, but yeah, I kind of liked the, how should I say this? Just the bold, large pieces of color. Now this one also is another favorite. This one's really, really pretty, with plenty of the coral and purple, with the green, the black and white, and the pewter. But yeah, really pretty. Like, look at these edge pieces here with that lovely purple ombre. I mean, it's just delicious, isn't it? So fun. I am so addicted to making these that I can't stop. Now this is the last one I'm going to show right now, thank God, right? But yeah, this one, totally different color scheme. This one is, boy, it's coming across quite purple, but it's actually a turquoise blue in here. So I apologize that my camera is struggling. But yeah, a turquoise blue with bits of coral, plenty of green, and then the black and white. And here it is turned this way. And oftentimes I see little faces, you know, whether it's a human face or an animal face or whatever. You know, you can kind of interpret the pattern however you would like. And again, the gloss finish. All right, so that is it. I actually have more, and even more of these. So I will be showing all of them over time. So be sure to like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any. And currently, the way that I want to offer these is you simply tell me, Cynthia, I want bead number 12, or I want bead number 20, or I want bead number 4, and leave that comment under the video and also include your email address. And what's going to happen is I will comment on your comment and I will say sold. I'll send you a PayPal email or PayPal invoice to the email that you gave me. Now, if you have a PayPal account already established, that would be great. But please make sure that your PayPal account, you're using the email address that's linked to it. So, that's just going to make the transaction a lot smoother for everyone. If you don't have a PayPal account, don't worry about it. You can still just use your debit card or whatever you'd like to pay for your item. I never see your debit card number. I never see your credit card number. I never see your bank account number. All of that is completely protected. So do not be concerned that I'm a stranger and I'm going to have your card number, because that is not true. I will receive the funds into my PayPal, but, and of course it'll have your name attached, but that's it. So please rest assured that I won't have any sensitive financial information from you. And the other thing, you just want to make sure that you, whether you enter it into PayPal or what, I definitely will need your name and your shipping address. That way I can send you the item or items that you purchased. So thank you again so very much for your patience and listening to all this. And I really, really hope that you are excited about all of these wonderful goodies, because I am just having an absolute ball making all of these items, and I would love to send them to you. So, this could be the start of a beautiful friendship, Anyway, you guys take care of yourselves. Have fun stitching wherever you are, and I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.